Hey, thanks to our sponsors at Overdogs.bet, the only place on the planet with exotic MMA prop bets. Sign up now for beta and free play. Please be sure to subscribe, like, and comment, because the King of Violence told you to do so. Show some love to the Overdogs Podcast, baby. Speaking of which, Darren Till's just running his mouth on Instagram. He's just looking for some attention. After I knock you out, then you can come over for dinner and I'll feed you through a straw. If I knock those fake teeth out of your mouth. What are your plans that you can say of how you're going to dismantle Figueiredo?
Camp went great. Weight's good. Strong, fast. Mind's just as strong as the body. I got some shit for Saturday, man. I'm excited, bro.
You defeated Dominic Cruz in his greatest of times, and you made it look like it was nothing.
Yeah, Alex Pereira versus Jamal Hill. Who do you got, Cody?
Pereira he's on a hot streak right now, but I think that Jamal...
that might not have anything to do with anything. What's up, boys? We're in here. Let's go, man. Kenpai Pandas, Overdogs Podcast, Overdogs Media, or Kenpai Media. Episode 30?
29, I think.
We're right.
And that's only because I looked at it today, and Mighty Mouse was 28, so I think we're at 29.
Oh, okay, because we scrapped one.
We had one scratch.
We scratched
we had to
one,
scratch
yeah.
one.
So that one threw me off. Okay, so I was alone.
But I tell you a funny one, Mike. So I was sitting with my wife just like an hour ago. My daughter had a flag football game. And she was like, well, are you doing the show, tonight? And I was like, yeah, I got to leave a little early to do the show. And she's like, well, do you have to do these things so frequently? And I looked at her and I'm like, babe, I've been doing this fucking show every week for like 7 months. And she just looked at me in like complete shock. And she goes, no, you haven't. You've done like 30 shows? And I'm like, yes, we've done every fucking week for 7 months. She had no idea.
Oh.
It doesn't feel like 7 months, man. It really doesn't.
Man, I tried to jump in the Warzone with you the other night, man.
Did you?
You got leveled up or something, man. You good on there? You won on the island rebirth?
Yeah, I'm good on the island now.
Oh.
I'm good on the island. We might have to run it later.
In there, man. Yeah, I was in there too long. I was trying to win that one too.
Fuck, I gotta download that. I gotta download it.
The update it was crazy. Or
Huge.
you just gotta get the whole game.
Yeah, the whole thing.
Yeah. BSing, man.
I know. Yeah. I bought all the last Call of Duties and I don't fucking play them, dude. I bought UFC 5. I don't fucking play it. Like, I don't play.
So nothing crazy happened with the eclipse.
During the eclipse?
Yeah. Nothing crazy happened.
Nothing at all.
I was just in Miami this weekend. I had a good time. Several meetings about your fight league. We'll talk about this week off camera. But potential presidential hire.
Speaking of which, Darren Till's just running his mouth on Instagram. He's just looking for some attention. He ain't been fighting for over a year, so Darren's over here talking shit. I sent him the eclipse video. He thought it was so funny, and then he got to talking shit. He talked first before I sent him the eclipse video. He was talking mad shit the other night. He was drunk in a bar, and he's like, "I'm with Willie," and I was like, "Put Willie's wiener in your mouth so you can shut up." And he was feeling some type of way. Yeah. Oh, did he post that again? He posted more. He reposted he's like, you didn't invite me for dinner. You're not coming to my house. Unless my wife, I'll send her to her mom's house. And then after I knock you out, then you can come over for dinner and I'll feed you through a straw.
That's what I was going to ask.
Fake teeth out of your mouth.
Okay, so you would invite Darren Till over for dinner after you guys fought?
Yeah, man. He was saying something about he's like, I'll do this, I'll do that, more talk, and he's like, I'll bring you beer in the hospital bed, and then I'll punch you again. And I was like, I'll waterboard you with that beer. And it's a good time, man. I'm focused though. I'm here to handle my business. His fat ass ain't been fighting or doing nothing. And I looked on his page. He had a video. He was jogging. He looked like a little twerp. Fucking runs like a woman. Big purple woman.
I tell you, still the best episode we've ever had.
Oh, yeah, dude. That was fascinating.
Yeah, better than John Jones, better than fucking all of them.
That's why I bring it up, because we're talking about the fight league. You know, I got a fight on my hands. I'm gonna handle this fight, put Tiago away, and then I got some plans. So, you know, I'm gonna handle this business first, and then things will happen accordingly.
What's your
we
prediction for your
talked
fight?
about that quite a bit. Sorry, Matt. Go ahead.
No, you're good. What's your prediction for the fight, Mike? What are you gonna do? Like, do you take him out quick? Yeah. You think it's gonna be like the hardest one yet, or you think it's gonna be a little bit easier? When do you take him out?
I
How?
don't know. You never know. I mean, the training camp has been solid. I feel like I've been fucking getting it, dude. Like I've been training. I trained twice today. I trained twice, or I ran yesterday, which was Sunday. I sparred a lot on Saturday. I've been training. I trained twice on Friday and Thursday last week. I've been getting it in. My cardio is there. Fine tuning the details, getting things pulling together. I mean, Tiago has a muscular head, dude, and like his brain up against my fist, we'll see how much protection his skull gives him on the side of his head. I mean, I plan to hit him. I plan to touch him up. I feel like my boxing is much better than his. I feel like he's coming for this check, right? So he's coming to give a boring fight where I don't allow that. I bring the fight at all times, and I think no matter what, even if I stuck and move, I wouldn't give a boring performance. So, you know, I can be patient. I can strike him on the outside. I can outbox him, and if he's planning to come with a boring fight, eventually I'm gonna get frustrated and be like, you know, I'm bored. Let's fight it out. Let's scrap, and I'm gonna go for the kill. I might just go for the kill in the beginning, all the way through. I mean, they are short rounds, so my coach was counting punches on me today. Got my punches were at 150, 140, and then I went back to the gym and did it again, and I got my punches. I worked a little more speed and a little more volume. Was getting my punches up to 250, 240 a round in a 2-minute round, 240 punches. And, you know, so I'm looking to touch Tiago up. Not since Julian Lane have I really had an issue with my hands. I did blow my finger up against Eddie Alvarez, but like, I was ready to hit him with it again. It wasn't bothering me until after the fight. And they're pretty solid right now. I do lots of grip strength activities, ice my hands, ice baths. I've been taking ice baths. And, you know, so answer your question. And, you know, there's so many variables. This fight in California, I don't believe there's 6 rounds. It'll probably be 5 rounds, no sudden death. I mean, I don't think it will be a draw at the end of 5 anyways. I think I outbox him all day long. Whether I bring the pressure, whether I stick and move. It's just a matter of, you know, how much he tries to only survive. If that's all he's trying to do, I'm not gonna put myself in harm's way. But I will go for it.
We know you will.
I am the type to take a hit to give a better one, and that's what I'm looking to do against Thiago. I got some ideas. I got some plans. Some certain punches I plan to hit him with. Plan to slip and rip and hit him on the side. I plan to go for the body. I plan to hit him down the middle, around the sides, and that muscle head. And make him quit again. If not, a clean knockout and a soapy performance on my part.
Cool. Okay, Bags. Sorry, I'm not trying
ready,
to take.
Bro.
But
don't you feel like a tentative fighter though, in bare knuckle is just begging to get knocked out, right? Like it's like the guys that don't engage. If you're not engaging and you're trying to run, it's like that's when you get caught with one.
Yeah.
Well, look, Thiago is not a boxer, right? And I say that because I recently watched John Dodson face a young boxer kid for the title, for the flyweight title over there in bare knuckle, and it ended up being a draw, and they didn't go to 6 because that state had not agreed to that. So their commission there was no 6th round. It was a draw at the end of 5. John Dodson had a really good 4th round, and his opponent, in my opinion, the boxer, it was like watching golf. The young kid was smart, but it was like watching golf. I love to play golf. It's a very chill game, but watching it, come on, man. Like, even they make it more exciting with TV because they can just get right to the good stuff. And then, he was just moving, waiting a lot the whole time. Just maybe put a jab and then just really jogged around a lot. And Dodson had a really good. He came out strong in the 4th round. He put some pressure on him, gave him some hits like MMA style, but it was still very effective with the bare knuckle. And the kid, even in the 5th round, like no one went for it. Maybe Dodson blew his gas tank a little bit in the 4th. No one went for it in the 5th. And I was just like, that's so boring. Like, I can't, I can give you 5 2-minute rounds of pure violence. That's why I'm the king of violence. I'm bringing it. That point blank period, man.
Well, so you said earlier, you will not allow it to be a boring fight. So I'm trying to find like the right way to word this. But would you rather lose a dog fight, like just a fight you drag out and you could have made adjustments, but you decide, fuck that, I'm putting on a show? Or would you rather win a fight and just end up deciding to fight, boring? Would you rather win a boring fight or lose a dog fight?
The show takes over. A Mike Perry fight is always what it has been in the past. So, the adrenaline, my want to get after it, my want to hit my opponent, my not caring about getting hit. I time them well. I roll the punches well, and counters come off of them. I can stick and move. I can box. I can play the point game. And I do. But, like you might think I wasn't against Eddie, but it's hard to even see my points. My points can't even get caught good on camera. You think I only hit Eddie with a couple of shots? Oh, I was hitting them. But they were fast, and they were in tight spaces, and they were sharp, and they were quick, and you can't even really catch some great highlights on camera. You catch some, but like not the whole story. And
David Feldman, you need to get better fucking cameras. We need faster cameras to catch Mike's punches.
Well, I think you'll see it in this fight. Me and Thiago, the way we stack up, his height, his arm length, his speed, the way he moves, the way he fights, the way my speed is, the way I fight, our heights and stuff, the angles that we will see. I think that we will catch some good stuff. I'm looking to have my best performance yet. I mean, the Luke one was clean, besides one shot he hit me with. I think this one could be like the Julian Lane fight where the first 4 rounds, I touched Julian Lane so many times, but he was headbutting my hands as well. And the 5th round, I mean, that just goes to show you how much I put on him throughout the fight in the first 4 rounds, because I gave him the whole 5th round because I didn't have hands to hit him with anymore. I just like slipped and moved and like still had him spinning in circles trying to find me. And he was able to hit me a couple times because he realized I wasn't hitting him. I was just faking like I was going to hit him, and then I was moving out the way. So he landed a little bit in the 5th, but so I'm thinking, knowing what I know now, my hands will hold up. I will squeeze my fists and I will put them through Thiago's face until he quits and comes for that check that he's coming for.
Have you seen the setup that you're fighting in LA? Because somebody sent it to me and it's quite different. It didn't look like it was a regular arena, but it looked like it was more of a stage. Have you seen this?
Huh. Well, it is.
And so the whole audience seems to be on one, like the whole crowd seems to be on one side looking down at the stage
Oh, wow.
or at the ring versus being completely, encapsulating,
Well,
which I thought was.
It is the Peacock Theater.
That's right.
And
Yeah. So it's more like a theater stage.
It is similar to when I did fight Julian Lane.
Okay, gotcha. Because I was
fought
going
him
to ask. That was going to be my question.
When I
was like,
fought
is
him
it
at the
any
Hard
different with that
Rock.
atmosphere?
When I fought him at the Hard Rock, it was kind of like that, but it wasn't like on stage and then there was no fans around us. There was one side where we walked that there wasn't really fans. There was still a couple people straggling, but the fans were on the side and then in front and then all the way back. It was a full house, so
All right.
it's
I got
not
a question for
it's
you.
not a football stadium. People don't know what they want to watch. They tune in for that highlight reel the next day on Instagram, though.
They do. We were talking. Yeah. So the conversations I had in Miami were very much based around this kind of topic, and it's like, do people really even have the appetite to watch the fights every single week, or now with multiple leagues, you got maybe a fight every 5 days, right? A whole card every 5 days, or are we at the point now where everybody just wants to digest 60-second clips, right? Or
Well, that's where
120-second clips?
Apex is, and even Karate Combat.
Right.
Smaller crowds, more about the stream, more about the views, and makes it easy for people to tune in their living rooms. And
Yeah.
I mean, that's what really, to be honest, my favorite way to watch a fight. Unless I don't know. I mean, being at a good big fight, like being there and being front row and watching, that's pretty incredible stuff. I love that. But there's nothing like being the one in the fight.
Yeah, that was going to be my question. When you see a card come up, we saw it with 299, great card. 300, obviously, that's a huge deal.
300 is the card has.
Right. It's fucking
My
great.
appetite has grown for it. It is looking
sure.
good. Yeah.
Yeah, for sure. I'm sure you wish you could go out there if you weren't fighting fucking 2 weeks later. But do you ever, when you watch these things, right, like the big events, and you're like, fuck, man, I wish I was in there, right? Like, I wish I was there with that crowd of 18,000 people or 20,000 people going nuts.
Yeah, I mean, we had a good show in, Colorado against Luke and wherever I fought Eddie at. Where the hell did I forget where I fought Eddie at? Utah. That's easily forgettable, man. Easily forgettable.
It is.
Yeah, so those were great crowds. It was awesome. It looked like, 14, 15,000 people. That's what's in those arenas.
It's interesting you brought that up, Bags, because UFC is going to do like their first show like that. They might have done some in the past. Like, I think they did some USO shows in the past. It might have been like that set up. Like I'm looking at the Peacock Theater right now. It's kind of cool. I mean, you're just looking down there. I don't know, but the Sphere, they're gonna have to do that at the Sphere. The UFC is gonna
The
be
Sphere
doing
is
that.
going to be that way.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. And then it's interesting to me the way bare knuckle has grown. When bare knuckle came around, it was the fans' reaction was a lot like the reaction to slap boxing or power slap or whatever it's called, and people hated it. They thought it was too barbaric. And now BKFC, I get people literally telling me BKFC is more their favorite in what they watch because it's like they stuck around, man, and they love it now.
Yeah.
All right.
Let's go.
Introducing the great Cody Garbrandt. What's up, man? Fresh, looking good over there, bro. It's fight week.
Fight week.
Yes,
Yep.
sir. Did you eat dinner after training already?
Yep, I ate real quick. I had some salmon, avocado, so got it ready. Yeah, man, I'm ready. Got the energy.
I'm in camp as well. These are my boys, man. Bags and Mac Malley.
Yeah,
Good
I'm ready
dude.
with you guys. I've been checking out the podcast. You guys are killing it.
Oh, okay.
yeah.
Appreciate you, bro. It's
Yeah,
nice
for
to
sure.
have you on.
Of course, man. I'm glad I made it work.
Yes, sir.
You don't do these a lot, do you?
Not really, no. Not at
Yeah.
all. But when
Yeah, I was honored.
when Platinum Perry hits you up, I'm like, fuck it, I'll do it. I'll make some time.
Oh man, that's
go.
awesome, bro. Because I mean, I'm getting ready for a fight right now too. It's not fight week, but you know, the wife's cooking some good stuff. I'm getting the 2-a-days in. I'm hitting the sauna and the ice bath. You know, it's the lifestyle, man.
Right?
So
That's all it is, man. Eat, sleep, repeat.
so you're fighting Dakau. I forget. I don't know how to say his name.
Davison, Figgy, just say Figgy.
Biggie.
Yeah, Figueiredo, whatever.
Yeah.
Davison Figueiredo. What his nickname is Dakau or something. But man, I've been telling my mom and that we're gonna do this episode with you, and I'm really excited, man, because you defeated Dominic Cruz in his greatest of times, and you made it look like it was nothing. And I know you've had some battles since then, and you've learned a lot. But you are one of the sharpest strikers in the UFC, and you know, I definitely love my striking, man. So I'm really excited to watch your fight this weekend, and I mean, you're a great wrestler too. You definitely know how to keep it on the feet and stop Figueiredo from getting that takedown. So what? How has everything been going? And like, you know, leading up to the fight this week, what are your plans that you can say of how you're going to dismantle Figueiredo?
You know, I got a lot of respect for Figueiredo. You know, he was a flyweight champion for a while, had some good performances. Come up at bantamweight. I was supposed to fight him at flyweight nearly 4 years ago. I got COVID real bad. I was going to drop to 25. You know, so everything comes full circle. You know, I called him out after my last knockout win. Here we are. You know, the fight week, about to fight him. So I got a lot of respect for him. You know, as a fighter, he believes in, you know, his power, and you know, at 25, you know, at 25 he was a little blew up. You know, he's a blew up bantamweight, basically fighting 25ers. So now you see him, he came and fought. You know, he had his debut, had a good fight with Font. Font's a great fighter. You know, veterans, fought a lot of top guys. I fought Font, 5-round fight as well. So this is where I'm at. You know, in my career, in my life, I just feel at peace. You know, I really do. I feel like this is a fight that I wanted for so long. It's coming here. I worked hard for it. I manifested. I visualized it. You know, camp went great. Weight's good. Strong, fast. Mind's just as strong as the body. I think, you know, sometimes we go in these camps and we just so focus on, you know, pushing the body to the limit, but, you know, really work on your mental fortitude. It really sets apart from, you know, whether you're going to win this fight or not. You know, everyone's tough. Everyone hits hard. Everyone's talented in the UFC. Everyone's came from crazy back life stories, you know, or they didn't have this and didn't have that. But I think mentally, you know, you got to just keep working on that side of it. You know, I feel like for me, that's what changed, you know. And when I went through those little losses in that down period of my career, I'm just going to train harder. I'm going to do this, do that, and listen to everyone else. You know, it wasn't that I was skill-wise, wasn't I was slower, you know, nothing, anything like that. It wasn't anything to do with skill or martial arts. It was to do with the mental side of it, you know. So that's something that I really focused on the last 2 years. Moved out to Vegas. I've been working with Micah at the UFC Performance Institute. Him and his wife are therapists. He's more of a sport therapist, but we go over about life and things like that too. So just knowing how to deal with thoughts and emotions and things that might go in your mind walking down the octagon. Those intrusive thoughts. We all have them. The mind is so powerful. So being able to control those in a time of chaos and be present and not looking forward or past this fight. Well, I'm gonna fight this guy. I'm gonna knock him out. I'm gonna be back to the world title. I think in my career that's where I was at. One more fight. Knock this guy out, beat this guy. You're fighting for a title. So I was looking not past the adversary, but past the date. Like, all right, just get this win. I'm going to be back to the title. And obviously that's what you want to do, but being present, and just understanding one fight at a time, and to be able to be present with life, but also in your career.
So you're on the 2-fight win streak now, and would you attribute it not only to your skill, but what you're saying right now? So it's been more of a mental fortitude, focusing on what's right in front of you right now before you even process the future. Has that been the biggest change?
Yeah, and I say this, lightheartedly. Obviously, you have to manifest and visualize what's your next move, because like Mike and you guys been in the MMA space, the fighting career. It's about momentum. Life's about momentum. So when you have that momentum, you got to capitalize on that. And but being present, for me is about being present, focus on these fights, doing what I can control. Outside forces that I have no control over, I can't hold on to that. I gotta let that go and just focus on what I can control. Is me showing up every day, giving 100%. Doing everything as a martial artist. Living that martial art lifestyle. Eat, sleep, train, recover. And do it all over again. And keep doing it and growing as a martial artist, as a human as well. I'm a father, so balancing that life too. Time with my son. Doing fun activities with him outside of my training. When I'm done training, I'm not going to sit there and dwell on, I had a bad spar day. You know what I mean? And take it over into the next day or the week. I let that go, and I think that I was so fixated on being perfect. You know what I mean? And so skilled because I'm high level. But some of those days you're going to have. You're training at the highest level with some of the highest other teammates and training partners. You're not always going to be on. You just can't be. That's why there's a training camp. If you just are on every day, then you don't know what you're going to work on, what you need to work on. So for me, I leave that cap off when I put my dad hat on, when I come home, wherever it is. I go and focus on that and be present with where I'm at in life. If it's take my son to the park, or taking him, go to eat, go to the movies, I'm focused on that and I'm being present with where I'm at in my life and the time. No matter if I'm 3 weeks out, 4 weeks out from a fight, it's about just being present in the whole journey of it.
That's the best. The kids, man, they keep guys like us, man, warriors. They just give us, reminds me of that saying, would you rather be a soldier in a garden or a gardener in a war?
It's true.
You know what I mean? What, dude? That's good stuff right there, man. I love it.
That's a good quote, and you kept it. I thought you were going to fuck it up for a bit, but I was like, man, all right.
I thought he was going to fuck it up too, Cody. I
Quote
100% thought he was fucking it up.
No, yeah. That's just hard. Sometimes it's hard to remember those, but yeah, it's on point. That was great. No, you're right, Mike. Having a child changes you in a way. You know what I mean? It definitely does. I mean, people don't say it, then they obviously don't love being a father or being, having children. For me, it definitely did. I didn't have a father growing up, so where I was at in my life, I was world champion, getting ready to defend the title, having a son, all new things in my life to where I was like, man, my life was so fast. 25 years old, 26 years old. My life was so fast paced, and I was like, oh, I wish I knew these tools now and how to slow down and just be able to be present. Not looking forward to the future so much. I'm like, hey, just live in the present. It was tough because I was always getting ready for the next fight and defending the title. I wanted to be, one of the greatest. And life and has other plans.
I feel that a lot because I feel like the way you described it, it made me think of how I've been thinking since I've been having success since leaving the UFC and just kind of going to boxing. And I've been winning my fights, man. I'm like 5-0 right
Killing
now.
it, bro.
So
I'm so happy for you, brother. I am. I've
thank
always
you, man.
been a big fan of yours. Finding a lot of cards together, but
Thank
your
you.
success and bare knuckle, you're bred for that. That's right up your alley, man. That's great. And the fights you have coming up, excited for
Yeah,
that
thank
one. But
you,
the
bro.
success, it's so different. It's crazy. Like where I was unranked from world champion the same calendar year, where I was in the beginning of the year. I had $50 in my bank account. You know what I mean? To where I'm like, holy shit, I'm a world champion. I got, I'm talking to Dana a lot. I'm talking, I'm like doing things in life that I've never even experienced. I never thought of that. I wanted to be the best and thought about being a world champion ever since I could remember. But all the extra added shit it was so crazy to me. I never, never pictured that. But it was nothing. That wasn't the motivating force for me. Not even the cash, not even the money. It was just being the best and everything else that came with it.
You were when you hit Dominic with that. You
Oh,
hit him with
dude.
that move like whoop whoop.
Yep.
Bat,
Oh
bat.
man,
That was good stuff, man.
I got some
No.
shit for Saturday, man. I'm excited, bro. I'm not gonna, we always say we're at the best camps, Truly, man, I'm just at peace, Mike. I feel like that's
Amen.
what what I mean. Pray for peace, but prepare for war, and that's what I've been doing. Um, I'm on a
Praise
2-fight win
God.
streak. I got momentum again in my life. I've been a world champion at a young age and understand the business side of things, life. I just, I'm just a veteran of the sport now. At 25, where I had 11 professional fights. Dethroning one of the greatest. So then life, just so many different things. It was like I said, fast paced. I wish I was able to live in the present. Because I was always looking for that next thing, next thing, next thing. It was like a high for me. It was a drug. It was something I was chasing. To where I was like, man, now that
Yeah.
this climb back up the mountain, I'm taking my time. I'm looking at the views. I'm smelling. I'm smelling the flowers on the way up to get
Yeah.
to the rough patches. And they still come. I mean, like last year, I was supposed to fight so many different times, injuries, other opponents pulled out. I had like 5 fight camps, only fought twice.
Oh,
But
man.
that's life, dude. You gotta just keep trucking along.
Yeah, I mean the day or two after the fight, those are like the best days when you're at home with your feet up
Yeah,
and your babies are
smoking,
just sitting
eating.
there watching TV with you and you're just beat to shit, but you won, right? You won. You got black eyes and you're just sitting there so happy on the couch drinking juice with your kids. There's
Chilling.
nothing like that, dude. It's
Chilling. Oh,
priceless.
it's the best. It is. It's
These
crazy,
two, these two will never know. No,
It,
Josh, Ice Bags fought, man. He went to Dubai. He had a boxing match. Roy Jones was in his corner. He
hell
fought
yeah.
his friend, and his friend beat him
It was
up
a
a
bad,
little bit.
it was a bad split decision. Listen, man, fucking Middle Eastern judges, you don't know what you're gonna get out
Oh
there.
He's
man,
like,
you know
man, I
that
paid
doesn't
you guys to give me the decision, man.
I paid you. That's great. Yeah, yeah. The day after the fight, man. After a win, coming this that's the piece that you look for all camp. You pay those small deposits all camp for that feeling. The win's awesome. It's great, but it's that next day that you get to eat what you want, do what you want. You don't have to wake up. You can. It's that freedom. And that's what our career is able to do. We might not be able to plan, 3-4 months down the road, but we have day to day freedom. If we train 3 times a day, 2 times a day, we put that work in, so we have the freedom to where we can go. We want to go to dinner, okay, out of camp. So I love martial arts, man. I truly do, and just embodying that lifestyle of, I don't get, I'm training year round, no matter at some capacity. I don't. So if I need a short, I don't need 8-10 week camps. I can fight 6 weeks if I need to. The weight's always
Right.
never an issue. Body's always feeling good to where, as I'm older in my career and more experienced, why do you need to have your body for? I mean, it's hard to keep your body sharp for 12 weeks. I mean, that's how injuries and I feel like if you just keep gradually training, throughout the off season, if you call it. There's not a real off season, but doing your pad work, doing your sparring, doing your grappling, doing your strength and conditioning. Sprinkle that in, you know what I mean, and be able to live a good life. Then get in the camp, then you really hone in, and you have that 8 week of just it's you're not missing a day, you don't miss a session, you get sick or some shit happens, but Martial arts being great. It's great. Like I said, your success, bare
Absolutely.
knuckle is awesome. I love it, bro. I think that's an awesome sport. It's
It's a
bare knuckle
love-hate
control.
relationship.
Bro, yeah, you love it, but you hate it. It's the thing. It's the highest of highs and lowest of lows, and I feel like what I learned too, it goes hand in hand with life. Life, it's always not gonna be, the best time, but also not gonna be the worst time. So if you find that balance when it's, things are good, you find that balance like, hey, you're not always gonna be at this low point, you're always not gonna be at the high point. Same with the career. I think that helped me out a lot when I was going through my those losses. Just being like, hey, I find that balance. Like this ain't gonna happen forever. You know what I mean?
Those lessons.
The lessons, yeah. One fight back,
Yeah.
knock him out, knock the guy out. I'm fighting for a world title. The sport is very fickle. You know what I mean? Very fickle. You have another
Well,
good performance over someone, you're right back in the top. That's what it is. So you're always one fight away from.
that's what happens when you go for broke, though. You give everything you got, and when you get into a fight, you know, you can tell the levels that some of the fights are on, and yours are always one that gets people out of their seats. It makes them jump up, and everyone's watching the highlight. You got millions of views on your knockouts the day after the fight because you clean these guys' clocks with some very sharp boxing. So I can tell that you're super focused and that you're dialed in on all your mental training and everything you've been thinking about for the fight. So speaking of life, I want to ask you, what else does Cody Garbrandt do throughout a day when he's not focused on his fight and he's just, I know you hang out with your family, but what else do you do to benefit you and your family? You got businesses out here, where do you dip your toe?
Yeah, I got I'm a huge passionate dog lover. So I got into the breeding. I do XL bullies, fluffy Frenchies now. But for me, I got into it kind of a bad taste in my mouth with some buying some dogs that top dog breeders were mishandling, mistreating them. So I was like, man, I got a name. I can, we can go on this and be good faith breeders. Give people added to their family. So it's family ran. My mom runs it. My sisters, my brothers help out. My stepdad. It's in Ohio. We got a little farm out there. So I do that. That's more passion. You know what I mean? Like I've never made $1 off it, but I've seen the happiness that's brought to a lot of families when they're like,
Oh, that's
get a
great.
dog from us, and they're like, man, thanks, or so for that, that's more passionate, you know what I mean, for me. So I got in the horses, over about a year and a half ago. So enjoy riding. That's fun for me. I went home after my last fight, and it was high. It was freezing cold. I mean, it was like 20 some degrees. But we got out on the horses, went horse riding. I ended up getting bucked off my first time. This horse that I bought, she was not feeling the heat. Like, she was not feeling it. And I had my girlfriend. It was the first time taking her back to Ohio. I'm like, I'm sure I'm this cowboy. I can ride this horse. Like I haven't been on it, but we went in the arena, and my leg was all jacked up from the fight. Like I tore my fascia in the leg, so I could hardly even get up. I had to get on the stool to get up on the horse. So I'm like, here's this, you know what I mean? I'm trying to be a cowboy. I got to use a stool to get on a horse. You know what I mean? So we go out on a trail ride. She's all excited for it. Been talking about it for months. I go out there, and this horse, she wants to be in the lead. She's the bitch. She wants to be in the lead. We get out there. She doesn't know where she's going. She gets spooked. Deers run out in front of us. It's been raining. This horse's rear turns around. My foot got stuck in the stirrup. I couldn't get it out, so I had one leg out. And I'm like, man, I got to get this other leg out. And she does this two bucks. Dude launches me. Luckily, I'm like a cat, dog. I got reflexes. I land like a cat. I'm like, that horse just takes off. And then I was like worried that the horse was going to kick the shit out of me because I was on a slant. That horse ended up taking off. So yeah, man, I ended up selling that horse right after that.
You got to tell Dana White, man. You got to ride one of his bulls.
Bro, Cowboy's crazy for that. That's something. I don't know, man. Like we fight, all right. Like we can reason with, we can punch each other and like, okay, and see that the bulls, you can't reason with them. You're on the back of them. They're trying to fuck you up. Like, it's not something for me. I don't know. good. Hats off to him though. I mean, if he can ride him, that bull's like got a crazy record. I only think he's been ridden 3 times. I think he's only been ridden 3 times. I mean,
or only 3 times 8 seconds. 3
right,
times.
yeah, ridden 3 times. Yeah, 3
By
times.
the best,
Yeah,
by the
so
best riders in the world.
the best riders. Yeah, exactly.
Yeah,
It's
that's
like,
crazy.
yeah,
I
it's
would
crazy.
I would get on a bull. Dana, invite me out. I'll get on a bull. I saw you do a show. You invited some guys from UFC or whatever. They got on a bull. I'll do it. Matt Sarah was on
Yeah,
it. He
Matt,
got
yeah,
on a bull.
Matt, and Dean. Yeah, hey, you pay Dan, pay me. I'll do it. Fuck it.
My dad broke his pelvis doing rodeo. I have horses too. Dude, he always tried to get me to do rodeo. Fuck no, dude. Fuck no. You can't, like you said, Cody. You can't reason with them.
No,
man.
my buddy
It's a
went-
one-way transaction.
My buddy was a superstar athlete, football player, D1. Went to this rodeo, got out, in Arizona. I think it was Arizona. He was out there. Crowd rode, ended up rides this bull, ends up breaking his pelvis. Couldn't even walk. Like you can see it. Like he was hemmed up. He said he couldn't even get his dick hard. Like he was like, he was bad. He was all depressed.
Worst.
Oh man, could you
Yo,
imagine?
Mike is now out on the bull rider.
He was trying.
No,
to
I couldn't imagine, dude.
He legit thought he was gonna ride this bull and just get some cowgirls like just ready to go. This dude goes into emergency surgery. Months later, he's still having a hard time getting oh man, I felt so bad for him.
Shout out to my dad. I love you, but he did the exact same thing, and it wasn't even bulls. It was saddle bronc. Which is
my nose
it's like
doesn't
more
get hard
He
anymore.
still broke his.
Your
his
nose is
pelvis.
gone, bro. That thing is gone, bro. Yeah. That's just-
Look,
it's-
Max from New Mexico. He had 2 choices: fucking ride bulls or cook meth.
Yeah, I did both.
Both.
No.
can tell.
He sold
my
meth at the rodeos.
So you're from Ohio, but
Yep.
you train on the West Coast.
Yeah, I was in California for the last 10 years at Team Alpha Male with Uriah Faber.
Oh,
the gang.
that's right, with Uriah. Okay.
Yep. Yeah, I was out there, and then my ex-wife moved back to Vegas, so we have a child. So I was like, bro, I cannot be far from him. So I ended up moving here, and it was a adjustment period for sure. I went out there to Team Alpha Male at 22 years old. I was 1-0 as a pro. My whole pro career was out there. Won 10 fights, world champion.
No, yeah, that definitely sounds tough, man. I'm always scared. When me and my wife fight, I'm like, you can't take the kids away, man. I gotta be by them.
Yeah. So we made an agree.
That
made
makes
the
you
agreement.
stronger too, huh?
Oh yeah, man. I was like, fuck, I had to move. Amidst of my career, focus on this. I was putting on the back burner because I was like, I can't have time to sit back and like let's go through a divorce. Let's figure out what we're doing. You know what I mean? Like, but I know I'm not doing this the rest of my life. So made it work. Moved out here. Then it was okay. Find the coaches, find the teammates, find people that you trust.
Well, Vegas is a good place for you for that. The
Vegas is a
UFC's
good
got
place.
everything set up.
See, I do all my training at the UFC Performance Institute. I bring in my coaches, bring in my training partners. I have any affiliate to any team. Like they go off my schedule. It's great.
Mm-hmm.
We got a good schedule. I write out. The coaches come. This is what I pay them. This is we work all year round. This is the fight. When we get in the fight camp, I expect them to be. My wrestling coach comes to my pad sessions to watch. You know what I mean, and vice versa. The striking coach comes to the wrestling, so we understand what we're working on, what we're doing. Specifically for the fight that the fighter that we're getting ready for.
Of course.
So it's great, in that aspect. But still, I'm at the point in my career where I don't need, a huge team. I need guys that are going to show up, give me their best. The coaches that aren't going to, sugarcoat shit. I need to keep it to me real. Like I need to know, like, hey, I need to do. I don't need cheerleaders. I don't need yes men. I just need people to to be there. And like, hey, maybe we throw our head off a little bit more level change. Little things like that. I don't need huge. I think a lot of coaches try to come in and reinvent a wheel. And for me, it's simplicity in my life is the best. I try to live a simple life, and that tailors into my fight career. I got skills. I need, hey, okay, I'm going to throw the right hand. I'm going to have my head off the lane. All right, hey, let's set that up. Let's not dive in. Let's do a little bit more feints, a little bit of footwork, draw them out. Little minute details not there's going to be something that's going to change me and change me as a fighter because I'm stuck in my ways. I get in the pocket and I throw. You know, that's how I get there. You know.
Mm-hmm.
I got a question regarding, well, two-parter, but like, how does training at the PI full-time work? Like, do you schedule out time in the octagon?
Yep.
I think fans would like to know that.
Yeah, so that's
And
one thing.
then-
Like the front desk ladies, Sarah, Lynn, they're awesome. Like I'm all constantly blowing up. Hey, make sure I got the cage at this time. You know, and you go through the app, so or you have an app where you can text. You know, I get PT. I do my strength and conditioning there with Gavin Pratt. He's the head strength and conditioning coach. Phenomenal. The last 2 camps, 3 a day strength and conditioning. You know,
Damn.
with all of my skill work. So I'm hitting about 12 sessions a week of training. You know, it's a good load.
How packed is the UFC PI? Like, is there ever any like fighter conflict in there?
Yeah, there's
that we don't
security
hear
all the
about?
time. There's security all the time.
Really?
Yeah. Strickland's always
Interesting.
usually in the mix.
All right, we need a good story now.
Shit, a couple weeks ago, we're training. We're doing kickboxing drills with takedowns, and then they split it. They have their session. They're grappling. Next thing you know, you hear this commotion. Fuck it, you know, I guess like you know, going on and look back. I'm like, well, I'm more kind of like live, but I'm like look back. I'm like, what the hell is this? It's Strickland and some other guy that's training, and you know to fight. And the guys like, come on, let's go there to fight. And I'm like, man, like security's gonna be up here soon. Like, just someone throw. And I'm not fighting, but it's but then too like fight week. So all the fights at the Apex or in Vegas. So all the fighters use the Performance Institute. So you might run into you know, they always come in like, hey Cody, don't go upstairs. I'm like, oh, is it closed or what? Like all your opponents up there. I'm like, I don't care. Like we're fighting. Like you don't have to tell me that, but I respect it. Like okay,
I know. I'd be like, I want to go watch him.
yeah, exactly. Yeah,
I just want to sit there and watch him.
yeah. Oh, for sure. There's always shit like that goes on. People, you know, a lot of MMA fighters are drama queens, dude. They really are. Especially when they get close to the fight, start cutting the weight, they get a little irritable. So there's a lot of riffraff there, but the UFC keeps it professional. They got this top-notch security that's always, you know. But it's a state-of-the-art facility. I mean, you got your PT there. It's all in one house. You know, Mike, you drive around. You drive, you know, to this gym for jiu-jitsu, for this striking, for strength conditioning. It's all in one roof. So I'm there, you know, 8 in the morning, 8:30 in the morning till 5:30. You know, the lunch there, they have the PT, they have the lounge room, so you can go if you want to go take a little rest your eyes. It's a phenomenal facility. You don't have to drive over everywhere. Everything's in one house. All the coaches come to me. I schedule my training, you know, my wrestling classes, jiu-jitsu classes, striking, all that under there. And you can bring like 3 people with you. You can, like each UFC fighter is allotted 3 people that can train with you. So I usually get a bunch of the UFC guys together that run. They go, hey, this is my kind of my schedule. Here's what we're working on. Come in, and they'll bring more people in. So it'll be like nice to have like, you know, 15, 20 people classes. Not overly big, but for wrestling and the kickboxing and the grappling, it's nice to have different bodies you can go with when you're doing, you know, 8 to 10 rounds.
Pretty big when they're all UFC fighters.
Yeah, it's nice. You know, it's always good rounds. You always have, you know, top high level guys.
It's got to be the only sport that has like one, you know, gym essentially for everyone to go. Like they're not doing that in basketball or any other sport, man. They're not.
Yeah. I mean,
it's crazy.
It's true. And I was kind of a little cautious when I first moved out here. Like, everyone trains and does the same thing, but you know, buying into it and understanding like the testing and stuff. Like, you know, like I'm a different athlete than, you know, majority of the bantamweights or the featherweights, so it's tailored to what I need, you know, the strength conditioning side. Then the strength conditioning side's talking to the physical therapist. Okay, let's, you know, say the hands are a little busted up. All right, we need a little bit more grip strength with that, you know. So like it's all in house, but they all talk to each other. So and then with the nutrition team too, like man, just everyone, it's under one roof. They all talk to each other and make you know the best athletes. Because in return, it makes them look better and do better because people aren't pulling out of fights. They're making weight. They're healthy. You know, and they're putting on amazing performances.
So it's like the Costco of like training for an MMA fighter. It's just got everything.
Yeah,
it's a little better than that.
Yeah.
A little better than that.
Yeah.
He picked fucking Costco.
It's a little
Bro,
better
I'm from
than
New
that,
Mexico, bro. We don't have a lot of shit here. Fuck
They
off.
have a Mexico PI now,
Yeah,
a
they did,
UFC Mexico
City.
PI.
Yep.
They have
I'm in
one
New
in
Mexico,
China.
though.
And then
I,
one.
I,
Oh,
wa-
yeah?
I want to go to the one in China, dude.
Yeah, I'd like the food
I heard
there.
that
I
one.
wonder if
All right.
my fingerprint still works at the one in Vegas.
Bro, mine
I
does.
haven't been
I'm
in
sitting
a
out
while.
there every morning sometimes, like waiting for them to let me in. I'm like, God, I'm keeping calm. I'm like, all right, hitting the button, I'm gone. Cowboy walks out. He's like, he's like, you don't got your fingerprint? He just taps the little thing. Doo-doo-doo. Gate open up. I'm like, motherfucker. I need that cowboy privilege. So I gotta get my fingerprints
Cowboy
reworked because they don't work. And I'm there. If my session's at 9, I'm there at 8. I get ready, get warmed up. I don't like rushing. I'd rather be way early. I'm the guy that gets to the airport 2 hours early before a flight.
Yeah.
Oh, dude, I show up 45 minutes before my flight. My
Yeah,
second
I've
part of
gotten
that
better
question
at
is
that.
important,
Yeah.
though. Yeah.
I've gotten
Second
better.
part's
I
important.
like to. I get tired of waiting around. Sometimes I'm like, I'm showing up 5 minutes before this shit starts.
No.
Yeah, dude, they never stop you. They don't give a shit, bro. I have an assigned seat. Like, what do I need to be? I don't need to be on the plane any longer.
They
or in
do
line.
stop you. They
No,
do stop
I
you.
never have once. Never once.
I'll
It
tell you.
works for me.
I'll tell you a quick story.
Yeah.
So we were going to Dubai for my fight. It was me,
Mm-hmm.
Roy Jones Jr., Andrew, my training partner, and another girl that was fighting in Dubai as well. And so we took a plane to Miami, and it was Miami to Dubai nonstop because we don't have nonstops from my area. And so we're checking in bags, and one of the guys, Andrew, looks at me and goes, "Whose backpack is this? I don't know whose it is." And I looked at it, and I'm like, I don't know. It must be Ken the pilot. Just slide it in your duffel bag, right? And just check it, and we'll figure it out when we get there. And he just had this feeling of like, hey, maybe I shouldn't do that, right? So he's like, I'm just going to carry it on. I'm like, all right, cool. So me and Roy's in the first class section, like walking through, and Andrew's blowing up my phone. And I look back, and I can see Andrew about 7 people back, and he's like, gun. He's like, gun, bullets. And I'm like, so I tell Roy, and I hop out, man. I run back there, and I'm like, yo, what's going on? Andrew's like, bro, there's a fucking like 38 in here, and like 100 fucking bullets. I don't know what he was planning on doing. He's going to get in a shootout, I guess.
Oh my gosh.
And so I'm like, Andrew, I don't know what the fuck to tell you. I'm like, take it back to the FBO, drop it off, put it under the pilot's name, you know what I mean? Be like, that's his deal. And he got back to the plane with like 15 minutes left on check-in, and they didn't let that motherfucker on. And that was a direct flight to Dubai, 14 hours long. And he had to go back and get some shithole hotel in Miami and come back the next day.
Damn.
So they will cut your ass off. Yeah.
Maybe if you have a gun and ammo, yeah, but it's never
Well,
happened to me, dude.
that's a different
I'm the last one to
scenario.
get on the fucking plane every time. I don't care, and it's always worked, bro. They also change your flights if you just make some shit up.
I sit first class, so I like to get there and get settled, and then watch the rest of you poor motherfuckers get on the plane and walk to the back.
All right,
Hey, that's the best though.
all right.
When you're the UFC champion, there's privileges with it. You fly first class, right?
Yeah.
I'm like, damn, this is. I brought my uncle, right? He's been with me my whole career. Simple guy, right? From Ohio. Did a majority of his life and institutionalized. So, but he knows boxing, knows combat. Great guy. I mean, so we go on. They fly us home to Ohio for the day, and then I had to come right back the next day for the Ultimate Fighter. They wanted me to coach it. We get in. We're in Southwest. All right. We're in Southwest. This is how they fight Southwest. And we had A-list boarding group, right?
Yeah.
And he's like, oh, and we got to like cut the line to go through like whatever it was. He's talking on the phone, we just won the title. He's like, hold on, I'm gonna have to call you back. He's like, we don't even have to wait in line. He's like, we go straight to the front. I was like, looking at this phone, like, what the fuck is he talking about? Like,
He
what?
brand new.
Hey, yeah, he hasn't flown much, right? So we get in the seats, and we're like, Southwest, you got the A, we're like A1, so we're like got it like open seating, right? But we had the A group, so we get in there, and he's like, looks over, and it's my wife at the time, ex-wife now, looks over at Danny and goes, it's a first for me. She's like, what? She's like, first class. Oh my God, bro, I lost it. He said, Cody, he said, don't lose this title, man. He said, don't lose this title.
Did you
Everybody's in
gas him
first
up and
class.
just go like,
That's
hell yeah, dog?
priceless, though,
Oh,
man.
that shit was great, bro.
hilarious.
I was laughing my ass off. I'm like, hell yeah. Like, simple things to him. Like, man, I was sitting first class, like, until you really sit first class, then you're like, this is first class. That's nice.
Yep.
That's what it's all
Okay.
about,
Different,
man.
right, for sure.
Okay, I got an important question. This has been a huge topic in the MMA community recently, and it has to do with the UFC PI. So I'm not trying to get off course here, but like a lot of people are complaining about, you've performed in the Apex facility. The UFC doesn't really have to be there anymore with COVID gone. It was brought obviously as COVID. I'm only saying this for the people listening, but how do you feel? People are kind of tired of the Apex. A lot of people. Some people still like the, what do they say? Intimacy. It's intimate.
Right.
It's like, how do you as an athlete feel about performing the Apex, and do you guys care really, or do you prefer it, or do you prefer a crowd?
I mean,
Just your thoughts on
there's
that.
still a crowd in there. It's crazy. It's like, it's loud because everyone's packed in the Apex. You know what I mean? I don't know the capacity or the audience that's there, but I remember the first fight I fought, there was nobody in there. The second fight I fought, it was loud. There's people just packing like sardines. I couldn't believe it. My business partner gets in, like, they're like, oh, no one's able to get in. He sneaks in past security. Gets in, he's right there, like front row, like sitting with my manager Ali, like, it's sold out, like, you know what I mean? He got it. I'm like, how are these people getting in? It was the craziest part, because I get done walking out of the fight and I hear this voice like, hey man, like, good job. Like, I look back, it's my boy Jeremy. I'm like, how the hell did you get in? He's like, well, I just said I was with Dane and I got in. Like, dude, it was crazy. I'm like, this dude just literally snuck in after my manager Ali's like, there's no way you can get in. I can't get you tickets. Like, it's sold out. So for me, I get it. The fighters want to fight in crowds, like big crowds, big arenas, but it allows them to have more shows, to stay more busy, to have more opportunity to make money. So I think it's as the UFC, it's probably very beneficial for them to fight in Vegas. It's all there. They own it. They have to pay any space and have to carry the cage, take the tour, the team to go set up, all that stuff. And they have more fighters fight. There's so many. I mean, I have fights every weekend. So I don't know. I mean, I think some fighters probably are like, man, I'm finally getting out of the Apex. I'm fighting at the T-Mobile, or I'm fighting, in Miami. That was cool. Like for me, I fought.
Fight to fight.
Yeah, fight to fight. I can fight in a phone booth and be happy. I can fight in the backyard. What I thought was gangster that the UFC did was fight during COVID. Doing that, kept that going.
Absolutely.
I remember walking out to that fight, no one in there. I'm like, man, this feels like an old school. After after school, you take a couple of your friends, he takes a couple of your friends, you meet in the back alley and you fucking fight. That's what I'm like, man. And it was for me. It was like, oh, this is but you could hear a pin drop. You could there was no one in there. Like it was cool. Like I like that. You could hear your corner. That was great. But I get it. Some of the fans and also too, but some of the fans that are able to come to buy the tickets, you're not gonna ever get experience like that because it's so intimate. You can hear everything.
Yeah.
You hear the punch. You're so just on top of them. I've been to a few of the fights as a spectator watching the Apex, and I'm like, fuck, man, I can't believe we do this. You know what I mean? Like, damn, what? We do this.
That's cool.
I watched the Marvin Vittori fight against the Jared Cannonier.
Oh, shit. Ooh, you heard everything.
Oh, I was like, Marvin's a tough son of a gun. Like, he is just built. He's built for this. But I'm like, some of those shots, I'm like, damn, man. Like, it made me think, like, put it in perspective. Like, this is real. You know what I mean? Like, you watch it on TV, it's comforts to your home, feet kicked back, but you're there and you're here. Like, so I would say if anyone, the fans are listening, like, able to go and do that, I would say go to an Apex fight. You have a lot of more appreciation for fighters and what we go through to do. Because a lot of people would sit. It's fine. The Monday quarterbacks. Oh, they should have.
Yeah.
Well, it's a fight. It's not a fight against Joe at fucking the bar down the street. You know what I mean? It's another dude that literally believes he's the best fighter in the world at training for you. It's a skilled athlete. It's not just some fucking random ass guy. You know what I mean? It's another guy that's giving up his life, sacrificed wherever he's came from, and adversity, and overcome a lot of obstacles to get to the UFC and get to the fight. It's not just some random ass. You know what I mean? That's what I like. Some of these fans, I love them, and then some of them are just like, dude, they're unrealistic with shit. You know, with what they say and do. I'm like, bro, it's crazy. You know.
That's why they don't do what we do.
Exactly. But they'll sit and talk shit behind a screen.
They talk it.
Hell yeah.
They're probably really good at Call of Duty or something.
Probably.
Hell yeah.
Man, I hate that shit.
Oh, I love it, but
that's because you might be bad at it, bro.
I want to cheat, bro.
He just said he's horrible.
I got one time in a game. My little brother is gangster with it. Like he does, like his kill death ratio is like every game he's like killing 27 people, maybe dies one time, and not camping. Bro, I'll camp in the corner and I'll get like 5 kills and I'll be pumped. And you know what I mean? Like I remember one game I got 10 kills. I got 10 kills in one game of Call of Duty. I'm like, I'm retired. I'm done. This is it. I've done it. I got, double digits. But I'm horrible. The camera goes everywhere. I'm like, the gun. Next thing you know, the guy comes down me. I'm like, oh, I'm getting all pissed off. I'm talking shit on the headset. I'd have to mute it because I'm like, man, I'm starting to get aggressive. I'm starting.
Mike, let's hire Cody's brother and to team up with us.
Oh, he's
for sure.
He's a gamer.
I've been playing every day. Every day. I feel like I'm figuring some shit out. I get a new gun classmate. I watch videos on Instagram and I'm like, ooh, I gotta make this class and put these perks on here on this gun. I'll be trying to research, and it's a struggle, but usually we do. I mean, we got a couple of segments. You've been very generous with your time. Really appreciate your time. I know you're a busy guy. We have a couple segments. Just if you would make some picks on the UFC 300 card this weekend.
All right.
And if Matt could help us out with that and run through the picks of the fights this weekend. Let's do the main ones. I know there's a lot of really good ones.
Let's do the main.
Let's do the main card. Let's run through.
Let's just do fast fight. This fight card is too huge,
Yeah,
man. It's too big.
Run through it. Let's go.
Like it's the fucking craziest card. So
let's run through it then.
After. Let's run through it. We got Cody Garbrandt versus just kidding. Okay, Bobby Green, Jim Miller. Who you got?
Nah. Back that shit up. What was the first one?
It was my fight.
Bobby Green, Jim Miller.
No. That wasn't
First
the
one's
first one.
Cody Figgy.
Oh, the first one is you guys. We know what
That's
the pick
what's
is
fucking
on there.
insane about
I'm
that
rocking
card.
with Cody, USA all the way.
Go, baby.
Show him that boxing. Show him that skill that you use on Dominic Cruz, man. Swag out on him, bro.
I am swag out for sure.
All right, then we got Bobby Green, Jim Miller.
What's back?
Hang on. Are we all picking or are we just letting Cody pick?
Let's all pick.
Let's all pick.
Let's all pick.
I did it quickly.
Wait, before we start,
hang
Cody.
on. I know you do. You got Cody, Mac. Who you got?
I'm taking Cody on this.
All right, I'm going Figgy.
But I want to ask a serious question, and like at risk of coming off like an asshole, but this is what some fans say and shit, and I'd like to get your take on it. I think people would like to hear it. You are the first fight on the card. You are a former champion against another former champion. This is a fucking huge fight, and people oftentimes say shit's disrespectful, placements of cards. This is UFC 300. There's nothing to be ashamed about. Like, it's fucking... How do you feel about it, though? Like, just give the floor to you on that.
For me, I look at it like this. It plays in my favor. So I train early. I'm up early. I don't have to wait all day to, have that anticipation of, oh, fuck, I got to fight. Like, you know what I mean? The longer you wait and the more you sit, I just want to get in there. I want to get in the shit. I want to get in that, octagon and get after it. So for me to open up a card like this with so many amazing athletes on the card, I'm thankful. But also says my star power to be able to draw people into the seats at 3 p.m. and stay all night. Because this is going to be a fight. The way Davidson fights, the way I fight, it's going to be an amazing fight. So people are not going to want to miss this.
They're gonna be there.
They're gonna be there.
It's a good point.
And for me, I look at it like, bro, it would be hard for me. I've never been to a first fight in the UFC. I never watched this. I never speculated. I was a spectator. But like if they put a fight like this on the first fight of the night, well, I'm being there. I got to, because I know what's gonna. I
I've
know what's
seen
gonna deliver.
Francis fight in an empty arena, and
Yeah,
he was early prelims fighting some guy. When he had the braids,
braids.
you
Smoked
know
him.
Oh
what he
shit, I
did to
forgot about
that
those.
guy.
Smoked him. Yeah. So like, but that's the drawing power, and also it's Dan is a smart guy. He's a very smart guy. He understands. He puts a banger like that, me against Figueiredo, and the first card. I got to start this card out with a fucking absolute annihilation of this dude. Like I'm gonna go out and just do what I do, run a performance. I'll be home eating dinner, smoking a joint. You know what I mean? Watching the main card at home. I'm excited. I cannot wait for this. I'm honestly, I'm thankful. You know what I mean? At first, I was like, "Damn, man, the first fight." I had those kind of feelings, but then I was like, you know what? It works out. I gotta wait all day. I don't have to wake up. I wake up, eat breakfast, and go.
Start the night with a bang, man.
Exactly. Be
You
home
you
early.
set the pace.
Be home early.
But hang on. If you slump him early, you ain't gonna stick around in the fucking arena and watch the fight.
No, man, they don't let us. I mean, they have green rooms back in the back, but I'm like,
What?
yeah, they don't let us go out in the audience.
What?
Yeah, never have. So they literally pick me up from my house, drop me off to the arena at the T-Mobile. Then once you're in that locker room, once you've done warming up and you go out and fight, they pack up all your bags and you have your bags outside in the loading dock. Like you don't ever even go back in the locker room. Yeah.
What?
Like the Johnny Walker meme.
Yeah.
Like, dude, when they kicked him out in his fucking fight kit. Still.
Fight kit, they do. You know what I mean? Like
So that's true. So that's true.
That's true.
That
Hell
is
yeah.
wild to me.
They're like, hey man, like make sure you pack your shit up. Like we're gonna got all your stuff in your bag because we take it out of here because the next fighters come in and use that room. And then after the fight, you win. You do a winning tour. So you go to all the media outlets and
Press
conferences, and talk about what you
media
just did.
tour,
Yeah, and it's crazy.
Wild.
It's wild.
Well, I really like what you said though. That's you kind of touched on every little aspect of it, but like, yeah, you're starting the car, you're drawing in attention right off the bat. It's a healthy way to look at it, and I agree, dude. That's literally marketing right there. I love it. Bobby
What's the
Green,
next fight?
Jim Miller.
Oof.
I'll go with man. I just feel like if Bobby Green gets his swag on him and gets his distance, I think he'd be he can sharpshoot him, knock Jim out, take him out. But Jim's one of those dogs that if he's a grinder, he's built for this. And he's been 100,
smart,
he's been 100, 200, 300. So it's like the thing for him. It's like, well, I've been in this game. So I'm gonna take. That's tough, man. I don't really know. It's hard to say.
I feel you.
Well,
Go ahead.
I'm gonna take. I think Jim Miller is a smart fighter. He's gonna grapple him, and Bobby Green just got kind of viciously finished.
Yeah, you're right.
It was bad.
And
That
they
was
were like, it's a
terrible
bad
finish.
stoppage. That kind of just happened. So I feel like
You're right.
I know what you're saying. Bobby Green is a hit or miss guy. He can come out and be great. But I think Jim Miller has consistently been fantastic and smart in all his fights. So I'm going Jim Miller. Easy.
Bags.
Jim Miller.
Okay. I'm gonna take Jim Miller on this by sub, and he's a plus 170 on the odds. All right, next we got Jessica Andrade versus Marina Rodriguez, and it's a pick 'em minus 110 each. Who do you got, Cody?
Man, I train with Jessica. I've seen Marina train and fight. It's kind of like Marina has good styles. Stylistically, she's sharp. She sharpshoots. She mixes it together. Jessica's just a bully. She's like just a brute, I think Jessica in that one.
I don't even know the other one. Jessica. I'm going with Jessica Andrade.
Fair enough.
But she's
All right,
had
Bags.
some trouble. She's had some recent trouble in some of her fights. So maybe she's looking
she
to make
has.
that turnaround.
Yeah, she just had a win. She just knocked out
Oh.
the jiu-jitsu
Okay.
Mackenzie Darren.
Yep.
She got the momentum going.
Bad. Yeah.
Right.
Mhm.
I
And
had a
Mackenzie's
miss
good.
on that. Right before that fight happened, I remember seeing the plus 550 on the knockout for the bet on Andrade. I'm like, damn, I should jump on that.
She did it.
What about you, Bags?
I was just looking at their pictures here, and I was looking at minus 110 each, so it's dead even, right?
Yep.
And I was thinking, which one would I rather have sex with?
Okay.
And they're
that's Bags
both
for you.
negative.
Oh, dude,
It's
Marina.
minus 110 and minus 110. It's pretty much dead even.
Okay, well, I'm going to take Marina on this because we've seen Jessica struggle with rangy strikers before.
You're right.
And so I like Jessica. Dude, she's the only fighter that's got knockouts in 3 divisions in the UFC ever, besides maybe Jared Cannonier.
Yep, amazing.
I mean, I love her.
I think you're going to be wrong on that one, Matt.
I'm happy to be. I don't have, cool, but I'm taking Marina on that one. I'm going to just play it off the Ioana fight. Fuck it.
Yeah, I was going to go with stats like Mac did, but decided not to. What's the next fight?
Jalen Turner, who just beat Bobby Green in that pretty bad stoppage, versus we just had on the podcast Renato Money Moicano versus Jalen Turner, number 13 versus number 10. I don't see live odds on the UFC website. Who do you got, Cody?
Man,
that's a tough fight.
That is a tough fight.
They don't have odds. It's dead. I think it's dead even. They haven't even set odds on. I think it's gonna be dead even.
We'll go with Money Maracana. I think he'll get it done.
He's been great. He's been explosive.
But
I think Jalen, even though he's a little full of himself, I think he's sharp. He's very technical. He's very talented in a lot of areas. And he's been training with some really great people. So I think I'm going to go Jalen on that.
I think Jalen Turner should win this fight. I think Money Moicano wins the fight.
Ooh. That's interesting because I was actually going to say, you see Jalen, he's so talented. He's used to hurting people so quickly. Moicano's someone who doesn't go away when he's hurt. So I think he might outlast him, and Jalen might get frustrated when those shots aren't putting him down. That one can go either way, but I'm gonna take money on that, especially because I want to see a post-fight speech.
I was hoping you used my sex joke since they were dead even.
Fair enough. All right. Sadiq Youssef versus Diego Lopez. This is an interesting one. Diego's a minus 160 underdog.
He's underdog? Man, I'm betting.
Yeah.
Wait, plus 160 you mean?
He's a minus 160.
Lopez is minus 160.
Oh, wait, no, he's a favorite. He's the
He's a
favorite.
favorite.
Yeah, if you say minus
I know.
is an underdog.
Bro, I had a brain fart for a second.
Minus
We're the
favorite,
overdogs,
is
bro.
a good underdog.
I'm about to win some money. I'm gonna go.
I don't
Diego.
know this Lopez. I don't know this guy.
Oh, dude, he's fucking good, bro.
He's a dog.
He's really good.
Bro.
Because Sadiq is really good.
He is, but this kid Diego, bro, he fought Mosvar on like short notice and gave Mosvar all he could handle. You know what I mean? Almost submitted him. You know, and Diego is a big kid. He's strong. He's like long, rangy. He's got the perfect. We were talking about him yesterday. We were training, and I was like, bro, you got the perfect like style to be a fighter. Like he the way he's long, he's rangy, he's good striking, good wrestling. His jiu-jitsu is amazing. Brazilian kid that lives in Mexico for the last 10 years.
Sadiq reminds me of Leon Edwards a little bit.
Yeah, I just don't think he'll have enough to keep Diego's pressure and elusivity away. You know what I mean? Sadiq tries to like lull you into that slow pace. Diego's a wild man. He's like, let's
everywhere
party. You know what I mean? He's ready to go.
And he's got the Fallout Boy like haircut, dude. It's fucking hilarious.
He's back.
Well, I'm gonna go underdog on this one for Sadiq, and I may be wrong, but I gotta go with my. I don't know him personally, but we both black, so like,
oh yeah,
I gotta go with my brother on this one. I mean, but damn, I'm half Mexican too, so like my, I don't know, but I don't know the other guy, so I gotta go Sadiq because I don't know Lopez. I haven't seen him.
Just put on that shirt that says, "I hope both teams have fun."
Oh yes, good one. That's a good one.
There you go. Who you got, Bags?
Although I hate to fade my Nigerian brother Sadiq, I love Latinas, and Diego Lopez is a top 5 guy.
Sure.
A top 5 guy.
Yep,
for sure.
And Sadiq is ranked what?
13.
Okay, I'm changing my pick.
No, hang on. Diego ain't top 5 yet.
I'm changing.
He ain't ranked.
He ain't ranked.
A top 5 guy.
Oh,
He's not
but
even ranked. He is a top 5 fucking guy.
100%.
Okay, I thought you were saying he was 5. No, I'll stick with Sadiq if the guy's not even ranked yet. Yeah.
Okay, I'm gonna take Lopez as well. I mean, this dude, like Cody said, he's just too much shit all over the place.
Yep.
He could do anything anywhere.
Black
Holly
sticking
Holm.
together again.
He's not a Latina.
Oh, he's Brazilian.
Yeah, but he's not a
Brazilian, but he lives in Mexico.
Yo, he definitely knows a few.
Yeah, a few. Okay. Holly Holm versus Kayla Harrison, my hometown girl. Holly Holm versus Kayla Harrison. Who do you
I'm
got?
going with Holly Holm. She's one of my favorite fighters.
Damn.
I've always been a big fan of her. I think
Kayla's talking big shit, dude.
Oh, he does. Kayla talks a lot of
she's
shit.
talking shit. She's so annoying.
Oh man, she talks a lot of shit. She's being from Ohio too, so I'm like, I want to root for her, but I just been a big fan of Holly.
But what are we talking about here? Are we talking about? Because I mean, Holly can do anything in the octagon, and she's the pressure fighter too, where she puts bitches up against the cage fence. She just holds them there up against the wall, and then pounds on them and grapples them to the ground. And Kayla's supposed to be the superior wrestler.
Well, so you have a lopsided fight with someone that has advanced striking versus
then make your pick.
with good takedown defense.
All right,
Yeah, go
fine.
ahead.
Pick her, motherfucker. Pick her.
I'm gonna pick. I don't like picking girl fights, man. I don't want to say it, but I think maybe Kayla. She been talking so much trash, bro. Let her back it up. Kayla might.
Hey, she's never made 35, so put that into consideration too. It's her first fight at 35. Who knows? Weight.
That's small for her.
She was a 55 fighter for the longest time. And she came down to 45 in Invicta or something for a test cut fight. And then she's never made 135.
All right, we going with the veteran. Holly Holm's been in the game for 30
Bro,
years,
she's
dude.
57 years old. She just turned 57.
Kayla, I'm going.
Her and Mike Tyson.
I will not stand for this, bro. Okay? We have nothing to be proud about New Mexico.
Oh,
Okay?
I love
Holly Holm.
Listen, you got Holly Holm and you got John Jones that just got arrested. You're fine.
You're good.
John
Well, you
didn't
didn't get
arrested.
arrested. Cap.
He didn't
Okay,
get
so
arrested.
are we all on Holly or what?
Yeah,
You haven't even asked my opinion yet.
I
I
said.
asked yours. You wanted to make jokes.
Hang on, who's Mike got?
I said Kayla.
Okay.
All right.
Holly's gonna be mad at me because I know Holly, but
Mike likes big girls, man. We need to get Holly on the show, though. I would love to have Holly on this show.
what?
You like big girls,
My
man.
girl's
160.
97 pounds, sir. My wife. My wife is 97 pounds or less.
He weighs her every
Yeah,
day to
weighs
make
her.
sure she ain't over.
Yeah. You better be over 100 pounds.
Don't you go triple digits on me, girl.
He's like, hey, babe, just get on the scale real quick
All right.
before we go have breakfast. All right, I'm going Holly Holm and I'm going Kayla don't even make 135.
Oh.
I'm saying she don't make
that's
the
a
fucking
prop
weight.
bet.
This chick is big, man. I'm 220. She looks like me with long hair.
She's big.
Dude.
But how can you be that ugly and not be good at fighting?
You talking about me or her?
Okay, we're moving on. We're moving on to the next fight. Don't
sorry.
disrespect Holly Holm. I will throw.
No, I wasn't talking about Holly, dude.
I can't. I know, but I'm carrying on.
Holly's a
Calvin
G.
Ca-
We going Holly.
Okay, word. I used to work on her dad's car. Calvin Cater to Aljamain Sterling. It's a pretty much pick 'em. Number 2. Wait, no. Number 8 versus number 2.
Hell of a fight. I got Sterling. He's got some shit to prove.
Hell yeah. Cody.
Yeah. Man, Cater's such a dog, though.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I've been training with Aljamain. He's looking good, sharp, but Cater's had a long layoff. He's got a lot to prove, too, I don't know. I can't pick that fight. I don't know. I think it's a toss-up for me.
Yeah, I
hard
feel
one.
you. I feel you. That's 50-50.
Yeah.
I just went Aljo because I don't know Cater. I know
Yeah.
Aljo a little bit.
Yeah.
What about you, Bags?
Incredible fight. Aljo has faded the podcast a gazillion times after drinking all my Clase Azul at fucking Dre's. And he's an incredible person. I like him. Him and his wife, both beautiful people. But he's faded the podcast 7 times after that. So I'm going Cater in a nasty KO.
Oof, that's brutal. Okay,
I'm
I'm
going
gonna
to
take
fade
Aljo
it
by-
now for sure.
Yeah, come on back, Aljo.
Oh shit, I don't know. You guys are right. I'm gonna lean. I'm just gonna Hail Mary it, say Aljamain by submission later on in the fight. Yeah, but that's dumb though because Calvin doesn't really get tired.
No,
but I'm just gonna stand on
man,
it.
it's tough.
I'm gonna stand on that one. I'm just gonna say fuck it. He catches it, backpacks him at some point. Fuck it.
We didn't even ask for a method. We just asked you to pick a name.
He's about to break it
Well,
down.
okay,
Bags,
motherfucking.
Okay, but Bags was literally like, "Oh, I'm betting she
Second
doesn't even
round,
make
2
weight,"
minutes
and
37
you guys didn't,
seconds
bitch.
in the second round, he's backpacking and choking him out.
Mac, I get to do this shit
Thank
because
you.
it's my show. You need to speed the fuck up.
I'm trying to carry this shit on. Yuri Prohaska versus Alexander Ratchik. Oof, this one's gonna be
Cody.
depressing.
I got Ratchet.
Wait, Yuri's a plus 10 or plus 110.
I got Ratchet.
Wow.
You
Ratchik,
got
yeah.
You got Ratchet, yeah. Because Yuri's got something to prove now that he lost that last fight, but I don't know, he just kind of withered in that last fight. So that's a tough
No,
pick
he was winning that
Yeah,
shit.
yeah,
He was
elbow,
winning that shit until he got hit with that left hook crashing in. Like Pereira scared him not scared him. I don't mean it like that, but like pushed him off a couple times. But in the first round, Yuri fucking was cracking him a little bit.
Pereira is a dog.
They both, yeah.
Yeah,
Who do
I
you
mean, I
got?
like to pick Ratchet, but I don't even know Ratchet, so I'm gonna go Yuri. And that last time I picked Yuri, I was wrong. He lost.
I know. It was on Instagram, and I was the only one that picked Pereira. Love you, Mike. All right, Bags. Who you got?
I'm going Ratchet, man. I think Yuri actually may be done.
No.
One of the easiest methods for making picks is just picking whoever I didn't.
Yeah, good point. Except for the day I went 0-7.
Damn, that's a tough one.
Okay, well, so here's my thing. Alexander Ratchik is one of the most well-rounded and dangerous fighters everywhere. He's willing to slow down a fight and make it boring to win a fight. Yuri is not. Yuri has such weird angles. He can knock out anybody. Yuri can absolutely win this fight, but based off the way Ratchik is conservative, the way fights go.
Second round backpack, 37 seconds in.
Nope, decision probably. Decision probably, if you must know. Okay, there you go. Now we go to the main card. We got Bo Nickel versus Cody Brundage.
Bo.
Goes Bo as well.
Yep.
He's a star.
Yeah.
They want him to be.
Yeah, they want.
They need
I'm
him to be.
going Cody here in the largest UFC upset in history. Just kidding.
Plus
I love
800
Bo.
wouldn't
Bo,
be.
I'm fucking with you, Bo. Fucking with you,
He's
Bo.
joking. He's joking.
Don't whoop my ass. Bo and a fucking probably another first round knockout.
Yeah.
He's a minus 1350, man. Like,
Oh, yeah. Dude.
I'm gonna take a second round. I think Cody Brundage pushes him to a second round.
Yeah, Cody's
But I
a
think
dog.
Bo.
Cody's dog. He's talented.
Be fun to see.
Yeah.
Fun to see that much fight
We
on
need
him.
to see some cage time
Yeah,
from Bo.
for sure.
Yeah. All right, Charles Oliveira versus Arman Sarukian.
Listen, I am a huge fan of Armand. I think he's fucking so talented. Just gifted all over. And Charles is one of my favorite fighters. And I was watching him yesterday hit pads.
Oh shit.
Holy shit. I was like,
Ooh.
just the way he throws his knees and his combos and it flows. I'm like, and you clip him, you hurt him. He's fine with laying on his back. You know what I mean? Like, he's cool. I'll take a little break, come back up. His striking is good. You know, and he's long. I'm telling you, the way he uses his elbows and his knees with the style that Armand does, to get in really heavy on those hips and legs where he has to have the head position. It's tough. That's a tough fight. Who's the favorite?
Ooh, Sarukian's minus
Armand.
205.
Yeah.
Is he?
Mm-hmm.
I can't even pick.
Yeah, Charles is just like, he's a fighter through and through, but, life changes for people. It makes you wonder. I think he was like getting married, or he got engaged recently.
No, he's having a
He's having a
kid.
kid. He's having a boy.
Oh, he's having a kid. That's what it was, a gender reveal. And, that makes a man fight. That makes a man fight like a mug.
Hang on. He did a public gender reveal. I'm going Sarukian.
No, his girl did, bro. His girl did. He's just
I don't
standing there
care.
for the
I'll
photo.
be allowed to do it on fucking Instagram.
I did public
I'm
gender
going
reveal.
Sarukian.
I did 2 public
All
general
right,
deals.
then I'm going
What?
fucking Thiago Alves and Sarukian on a parlay.
Oh, fuck that. I'm taking Charles Oliveira, bro. He stood on all 10 toes. Fuck it. He went
I'm
through
going
that damn gender
Oliveira,
reveal.
man.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think he clips him. We've seen Armand. Who was it that cracked the shit out? Bobby Green? I don't remember. Someone recently fucking nearly deaded him.
But it wasn't Thiago Moses, was it? It was
Beneil, maybe?
No, it was.
Beneil.
Was that the
Beneil
knee?
hit that left hand.
Was
no,
that knee?
the other Brazilian he fought from top
I'll
team.
check. Armand. What the fuck? But yeah, I'm gonna say Charles is back in prime form. He's having a kid. It's gonna change his life.
Yep.
It's gonna put him on track, and he's gonna go out there and he might get rocked, like you said,
Who did
Cody.
Cody
But he's gonna
take?
come back.
I can't pick. I don't know. I really don't know. I don't know that.
I mean, you
much.
got
That's
to.
fair.
This is actually, you actually have to.
I have to pick.
It's not a fucking decision, Cody.
Dude,
Oh, Joaquin Silva. It was Joaquin Silva.
Joaquin. He fucking. That was a crazy. And that dude's a power puncher.
Yeah.
I'm gonna take a Charles. I think
Yeah,
Charles.
right.
Okay.
That,
Hell yeah.
Easy choice. And he's an
right,
underdog.
let's-
Place the
Yeah.
bet.
yeah.
Plus 170.
That's what you call a live dog.
Live dog. Justin Gaethje, Max Holloway. Holloway's a plus 200.
Man, what a fight that is.
Oh, Christ, right?
Two gangsters going after it. Man, I just think Gaethje's on like a hot streak, bro. He's just looking more and more improved, refined on the striking, smarter, not getting in these crazy brawls. But when he goes, he goes. You know what I mean? Like he's more calculated. And with the Poirier fight, that was crazy. You know what I mean? Dustin's able to
He got that win back. That was wild.
got that win back, man. And
When Dustin was looking very sharp, beating people left and right.
yeah,
That was intense.
All right, what about you, Mike?
I got Gaethje. I think it's Gaethje's time. I think he has been hot and on a streak, but Max Holloway being a plus 200 dog, that's hard, man. He can box, he can stick, he can move, he can jab, he can kick, he can touch, he can grapple, but neither one of them is going to grapple. They're going to strike. But I think the power boxing style of Gaethje, he's a very good power boxer. Very good.
What about you, Bags?
I think this fight should have been canceled.
And they should have done Holloway to Poirier. Yeah.
It should have been Ilya and Max for the fucking belt after Volk, and there shouldn't even have been a question about it. They should have been like, oops, fucking Max got an ankle injury, and somebody's filling in. Seriously. Because now, who do you have that's going to fight fucking Ilya? Nobody.
Volk recovering and then coming back for a match, I guess. Yeah, but
No.
ideally it would have been
Volk
Holloway.
needs to be out for a fucking year. He got slumped twice, and Volk's the goat. He's a goat, but he got slumped twice. He needs to sit out for a minute, right? And then Ortega beat Yair, right? Which Yair was like the one to play him.
yeah.
Like it should have been canceled.
So okay,
Justin
well,
beats him.
I'm gonna go out on a limb here, and I'm not.
That's who
Max
Ilya
Holloway.
fights, though, is Ortega.
Yeah, there you go. But Max Holloway, I'm taking him.
right.
Man, I think if his chin can hold up, Holloway's the one that can maybe figure it out. And I'm not super confident on that, but I will not bet against my boy Max Holloway. Like that dude is.
Yeah.
He'll figure it out. If anyone can figure it out,
It's
he can.
fucked up, man, because you look more like Justin Gaethje than you do Max Holloway.
My brother looks literally exactly like Gaethje, so it's funny you say that. All right. Bags, carry this one. I got to piss so bad.
Main
Zhang
event.
Weili versus
hang
Yan.
on.
I'm
He
taking
said Bags
Zhang.
carry this one. It's fucking Zhang Weili and
Yeah,
Yang
okay.
Jianawan.
You
Man,
say Yan and Weili.
I've done my whole camp here with Wei Lee. She's
She's awesome.
She's a beast.
She's
Like
awesome.
she just goes. But with X, I've trained. She's on Team Alpha Male, so I've seen her train too. She's super strong. I just feel like Wei Lee has more tools. You know what I mean? To mix it on the striking, and she's been there. She's been in those hard fights. You know, X really hasn't. So I'm gonna go with Wei Lee.
It only makes me think of the damn, but it's Rose Namajunas. Like Rose Namajunas she is probably the GOAT. the females. Like, she's gotten the best of the best, and she's beaten them in crazy fashion too. So, I would say Whaley. She's a very talented athlete.
So talented, man. Amazing.
Me? Yeah, I'm looking at the pictures again. I'm gonna go Whaley.
So, plus 110.
I don't know.
Mac, your voice is gone, brother. It actually sounds nice.
Oh, I'm taking Wiley. Oh, thank you. I appreciate that. You're gonna say the same thing when I pick a lot of these.
All right, so is that the co-main event?
Yep.
That's
Go
the co-main
man.
event.
Made it.
I'm
Here we
taking
go.
Wiley.
Main event, and then we got a gift for you, Cody.
All right.
Yeah. Alex Pereira versus Jamal Hill. Who do you got, Cody?
All right. Let me explain something real quick. Jamal's coming off that serious injury, right? That's a major injury. Just got cleared. You know what I mean? I've seen him at the PI, seen him train. He's a dog, dude. Like, he knows fighting. Like, he's good. Like, he's,
Yeah.
he's not. He's gonna be prepared. Then Pereira he's on a hot streak right now. But I think that Jamal
How's he gonna hold up to them calf kicks? That's
will
gonna be
get
important.
him. You know what I mean? I don't think it's gonna be a big factor. You know what I mean? I think Jamal's gonna.
I
be
think
able to,
Jamal will get him.
I think so too. I think
do
Jamal
too.
uses
I agree.
wrestling, grab him, get him tired. You know what I mean? He's big. I think Jamal. I would like Jamal to fight him May, June, just because more time to be in camp. Like, they literally got him cleared and he was in camp. So
He's about that life.
he's a dog. Yeah, he's like, fuck it, let's go. They threw some money at him. He's like, yeah, I'm getting ready, and he's coming. He looks good. I saw him this week, slimmed up a lot. You know what I mean? He looks good. He's sharp.
Wow. All right, guys, who you got?
Oh, you both on Jamal?
Yep.
Yeah.
Jamal looks like a fucking gummy bear, and Pereira is ripped right now.
I think
Such a casual.
that might
But
not have anything
We've
to
learned
do
this
with
before. We
anything.
just saw Mighty Mouse choke out like a 6'3" dude at a BJJ thing. Back
260.
on board, bro.
Let me
60.
fucking finish, Mac.
Not the same.
Okay.
I'm going fucking Jamal Hill, and I think Jamal knocks his ass out.
Yep.
Nice. Jamal's got good boxing. Yeah, for sure.
Yep.
Yeah.
Very good. Street fighter.
Damn, bro. I thought I was gonna be the only one picking Jamal.
Yeah, so
think
did I.
Jamal probably did.
Jamal.
Yeah.
Look
So
at
if
us
it
all
goes
just
that
a bunch
way,
of
or
smart motherfuckers.
we'll owe Pineda
Nah, Public's on Pereira.
Really?
Yeah.
He's a minus
Jamal's the
155
plus one.
favorite.
Huh.
So we're going
Jamal's
against
a
Green
good bet.
here.
So there's our picks real quick. And before we let you get out of here, Cody, our friends over at Kenpai Pandas, I don't know if you're into crypto, but we got a panda for you. And this is an NFT panda. This thing's worth, anywhere between 10 to 20,000.
Hell yeah.
USA Cody Garbrandt.
Woo! Got the
Kenpai
tats on
Panda.
there, the chain, repping Ohio.
So if you got any crypto stuff, they'll send this to you.
Hell yeah.
Our friends at Kenpai.
If you don't
We
have
can
any
sell
crypto, I'll take it and I'll sell it.
That's why I'm actually, I got some crypto, so that'd be great. I appreciate it, guys.
All right.
Thanks for having me on.
We'll send it to you then.
No,
Thank
appreciate
you
you,
for coming on,
Cody.
man.
Thank you
It was
so
an
much.
honor to have you.
God damn, we were on here for over an hour, right?
Hell yeah.
And I'm rooting for you this weekend. I'm looking forward to watching you battle it out, man. Handle your business.
Yep, we'll
do
do.
what you got to do. Take care of yourself.
We'll come
Good
on
to see
after
you,
the
Cody.
after the win. We'll talk about the win. What shit
Do
went
it.
down
Do
UFC 300. Probably got some good stories for you guys after, so we'll jump on.
Please
Sounds
do.
great, man.
Hell
Thank
All right,
you.
see
Thank
guys.
you, Cody.
Have a good night.
Yeah, you need to quit doing that shit, Mike.
Well, damn, man. Y'all say we're going to run through the card real quick, and then fucking Mac.
And it turns
Yo,
into 30
nigga,
No,
minutes.
like,
this was not
stories.
my fault this time. No, this was not my
Mac
fault
tells
this time.
6 life stories while we're running
Yeah.
through the UFC card.
Oh, Matt.
Name one. Name one. Which life story I tell about me?
I can't
gave
name
short
any of the
answers.
shit you
I've-
talk about. But
Yeah, we
Remember though,
the proof
that
is
was-
in the tapes.
In the pudding. In the pudding. Dude, here's the thing though. I shut the fuck up for this one. I did really good, I thought. I've been trying for you, Mike.
I
'cause
just
I'm
tried
gonna
to
get
get
my ass
out
beat
in
at some
front of
point.
you. I just tried to get out in front of you. When Cody was seeming like he was finishing, I just tried to jump in there
Who was the one who kept saying next fight?
Me.
Bro.
I was the one who's like, next fight.
The proof
dude.
is it. Okay, when we watch this back, I want an apology if you go, okay.
All
I
right.
was actually carrying it on pretty quick. Also, I like our picks, boys. Honestly.
I'll
There's
apologize.
that. Mike's going
to
to kick
you
my
in
ass one day.
person.
Can I come to the fight? Can I come to the fucking fight, bro?
Of course you can. It's
What
in
fight?
fucking. It's right there. In
He
LA.
didn't invite you to the fucking LA fight?
I gotta
Sure you
invite
have.
these. I gotta invite every
Not you.
individual fucking person.
That ticket's
Yes.
$28. Get a fucking
Then
ticket.
don't disrespect me like that.
They're going to make me sit in the back. I'm going to have to sit in the nosebleeds? Is that what Bags is saying?
No, absolutely not,
I'm
man. We
fucking
get
with you,
you.
Mike.
We get you seats, man. You'll be good to go. Come through.
All right.
Come through
I gotta
LA.
come through.
Come through LA and we'll get you some seats, Mac. Absolutely, man. I only give my people good seats, man.
Okay, fair enough. Real quick, I thought those things were important to ask him because they're huge things right now, and Cody doesn't really talk that much. So it was interesting to hear from someone who's not like a talking piece. So, like, what do you think about
He
card
did
placement?
though. I thought he was quite open.
He was.
to-
No, that's my point.
to-
I didn't know because he doesn't do these often. So it was cool. He was open as shit. Yeah,
Yeah. He was the first guy I met in the UFC, man. When I was there signing posters, I got to the UFC. I was on UFC 202, Nate Diaz versus McGregor 2, and that was my debut. And Cody was the first guy I met, man. I was like, man, this guy's been killing it. And then he smoked Dominic Cruz when everyone thought Dominic Cruz and his little fancy footwork was the coolest shit out there.
It was so
Cody was like-
crazy to watch.
Boop, 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 boop. It's good stuff. No offense to
Yeah.
Dominic Cruz. I like
No, of
Dominic
course not.
Cruz. He's a good commentator sometimes. And
Sometimes.
sometimes.
Dude, okay, I'm gonna plan on coming to California then. You know, we gotta hit that fight. My girlfriend's been begging me too.
Yeah, for sure, man. I got you on a ticket, bro.
All right, I'm not a moocher, but fuck, I'll
Nah.
get out there.
We do the show together, man. I'll be happy to help and get you a seat in there. And you go to a lot of fights and shows and stuff, so you're like a committed, like you're not even, you're past fan. You know what I mean? You're not just a fan. You're part of the promotions. So be good to have
That's
you
the
in there.
nicest thing
And you'll
anyone's
get
ever
to
said
see how BKFC does it, man. They've been doing it real big for me. Whenever I'm at a show, man, we turn up.
Hell yeah, brother. Hell yeah, that'll be dope.
Yeah. I'm going to try to get there. 27th, right?
Yes, sir. Yeah,
I'll
I
do
know
everything
you'll
I
be
can
coming
to
back
get
from
there.
Dubai, whatever. Just hit me up that week. I mean, my
I will.
coach is going to Dubai, and then he's coming back, and then we're going
Yeah.
out. We're only going
All right.
out. I'm only going out a few days before. I think I get there the Wednesday rather than like the Monday. I usually do the Monday, but like whatever, man. I'm gonna go out on the Wednesday. That's when they said they were having me out. So I said, okay, cool. It's like seems like maybe you guys want to make it a tough fight on me or something. That's cool, man. We'll see. We'll see what happens after 4 minutes.
4 minutes.
Yeah. Yeah, I need to come out.
Yep, we both do. We should do that.
Yeah.
We wrapped up, boys.
I think so.
I think this was a fucking
My boy
banger.
Icebags, you'll probably have the best, another one of the best seats in the house, man. That spot is not taken.
Which one?
The corner
his
spot. So,
Motherfucker, if you tell me the corner's open, I'm coming.
He's there.
oh well.
We want to know, dog. We want to. Oh, hey, hang on. Are you trying to sell it to me?
Man, listen. I was like, why did you scratch that episode? Because I kept asking you for $750 and you didn't want everybody to see that shit.
Trying to sell it to me?
Listen, man, we keep being good together, doing business together. You keep coming, I keep winning. We be in you be in the corner, and then
I'm
maybe
going to
one day
Dubai
I'll
to
get
raise
that $750 out of you,
I'm going to
man.
Dubai to raise you fucking money for a
I
fucking
know.
promotion.
I'm saying after I smash this motherfucker and I jump on the mic and I say, Darren Till's a fat piece of shit. Get your fucking ass over here, boy, and put my nucks in your mouth.
Yeah.
My nucks in your mouth. You know, and knock them fake teeth out of his mouth in the Platinum Pit Fight League. You know, then maybe I'll probably get more than 750.
Yeah, probably a lot more than 750.
Yeah, baby, if we gonna get 750 million.
Well, if
This
Bags
motherfucker.
gets his fight canceled because he takes my approach and shows up late, I could stand in your corner for you, Mike. I won't even say nothing. Okay.
Bro, I would ice that back like, yeah, come on, Mike.
Start with a seat at my show first, motherfucker. You ain't even been to one of my fights.
I showed fucking my girlfriend your fights, and she was like, just what the fuck? And then she goes, is that Bags in your corner? I was like, yeah, that's him. Bro, love it, man.
Fuck yeah, team effort, brother. Team effort over here, man. Platinum's carrying. I'm an overdog, man. I'm an overdog. Simple as that. I'm a favorite. I'm favored to win, and I back that shit up. So, thank you, everybody, for watching. Mac, why don't you tell the folks what to do?
Well, we love each and every single one of you that writes disrespectful comments on YouTube, and everyone else that watches and doesn't. And with that, another episode of Overdogs. Follow us on social media. Follow Overdogs Bet. That's coming out soon enough. And we'll catch you for episode 30, and it might be quicker than you guys think. UFC 300 this week.
It'll be faster than a fucking Mac Malley dialogue.
This podcast episode was brought to you by Overdogs Bet. Sign up today for early beta access and free play at overdogsbet.com/beta.